Hello, welcome to Latest Wealth. I am Kailash here. I am a financial advisor as well as a wealth coach. My dear friends, we have been conducting a number of workshops on stock market, trading and money management. We have been receiving a lot of questions and we got some suggestions from our participants to prepare some videos on different sectors of stock market. That's why we want to help most of the people about each sector. What is the plus points, what are the minus points of that sector, what are the future prospects, advantage, disadvantages. In this series, this episode, we are going to share about computer software sector, one of the most prominent sectors in Indian stock exchanges. Now let us start. Computer software, sector group, technology, classification, non-commodity business. My dear friends, do you know that our IT industry almost contributed 7.9% of GDP? That means gross domestic product, 7.9% of gross domestic product. That's one of the biggest industries in India. You know, this IT industry has created more than 108,000 jobs in India. And it is expected that in 2019 it may be more than 1.5 lakhs, 150,000 jobs in India in financial year 2019. IT industry is giving a big inspiration for the startups in India. More than 5,200 startups, they are in the field of IT area, and big IT companies also supporting their startups, because in the world IT means almost India has become synonym for the IT. The IT sector in India extended CAGR of 10.7% to $167 billion in financial year 2018 from $74 billion in financial year 10. It is estimated that size of the industry will grow almost 350 billions by 2025. You know, as per the analyst and research and marketing organizations, there is a hope that our Indian software industry is going to grow by 350 billions by 2025. Actually, 2018 was a good year for most of the IT sectors, and due to a lot of reasons, it was a positive vibes in the technology sectors. Actually, you can divide IT industry into total 6 divisions. The 6 divisions are like that. My dear friends, IT industry can be divided into 6 main components, namely software products, IT services, engineering and R&D services, ITS or BPO. That means IT enabled services or business process outsourcing, hardware and e-commerce. Do you know that generally IT industry will have most of the benefits from government initiatives? Like a government is taking a lot of initiatives for the industrial growth. They are like Digital India, Make in India, Startup India. These are the types of initiative what government is taking, so that definitely it is going to boost the IT sectors. Do you know that IT and IT industry has got a revenue of almost $167 billion. That too, in that almost 85% of the revenues from the exports. Now let us see some more details about IT sector. Business process management segment contributed around 19.2% in Indian IT sector revenues. The total market size of this segment stood 32 billion during financial year 2018. In this, USA is 62%, UK 17%, and continental Europe 11%. Other regions like Asia Pacific is catching up, contribution of 8%. Export revenues of IT industry grew to $126 billion in financial year 18, whereas in financial year 17 it was only $117 billion. It is further expected that there may be increase of 7 to 9% year-on-year growth. So as per our estimation, it will be around 135 to 137 billions in 2019. Export of IT services has been the major contributor, accounting for almost 55.6% of total IT exports. including hardware. ITES and software products accounted for 22% of total IT exports during financial year 18. Now you got some idea about the computer software industry. Now let us see what are the future prospects of the computer industry, especially when it comes to software. As per IBF, Indian IT industry is expected to maintain growth of 7 to 9% in financial year 19. It also expects that Indian IT industry is likely to achieve revenue target of 350 billions by 2025. Technologies such as telemedicine, health, remote monitoring solutions, clinical information systems, definitely they would contribute boost to demand for IT services across the globe. IT sophistication and utility segment and need of standardization of process are expected to drive demand. Digitalization of content and increased connectivity is leading to rise IT adoption by media. Now, Indian IT companies have adopted global delivery model. They are setting up development centers in Latin America, Southeast Asia and Eastern European countries to take the advantage of low cost and also cater to the local market. In US, such centers will be help mitigate the risk of new immigration bill and increase probability of winning projects in highly regulated sectors such as healthcare, government services and utilities, etc. ADM services, earlier a lot of companies to get much benefit out of that one, but recently they are not getting that much profit out of that because due to falling of billing rates. That's the reason what happening is nowadays the Indian companies, they are venturing into high value digital services like new digital services. Large Indian companies like Infosys, Wipro, TCS, Tech Mahindra, HCL Technologies and Mindtree, definitely they will get benefit with the new ventures. And when it comes to future, now you might have seen economic growth and people are spending a lot of money, spending habits have changed. Definitely it is also going to help the IT sector. More IT enabled services they are going to come into picture. One more point is there is a growth of a lot of IT professionals in India. Most of the youngsters, they are becoming IT professionals. There is also one future prospects way. It is very, very helpful for the IT industry. One more point I can say is there is a growth of computer usage in different parts of the country as well as different sectors and different media and the computers are growing from big cities to small towns. So now rural areas also they started using more computers. Next, nowadays what is happening, government is also helping IT sectors because IT sector is creating more jobs. They have started giving a lot of soaps and a lot of incentives for the IT industry setup. So this is also one of the best future prospects for the IT industry. One more point I can say is government is taking initiations, especially in the tax collection department, more usage of computers and revenue departments, and so government is giving tax incentives for the IT sector. Naturally, it is in the form of future prospect, it is added for the computer sectors. And banking, financial and telecom sectors, definitely when they are growing, it helps IT industry also start growing. And not only that sectors, my friends, nowadays software is being vastly being used in retail sector, online businesses, e-commerce sectors, as well as industrial side also. A lot of usage of software. So naturally, it is going to help best future prospects for the IT industry. Now you got some idea about IT sector. Let us see what are the advantages of this IT sector in future. One advantage is there is no shortage of IT professionals in India because in the world, Indians are one of the best English speakers. You may be knowing because in India, most of the schools are being run in the English medium schools. So what happened? Most of the IT professionals, they know English. Whereas if you go to China and other countries, they may be good IT professionals, but they may not be that much good in English communication skills. That is the best advantage for Indian people. So there will be growth of IT sector and there is a craze among the youngsters. Second is availability of good and cheap and very reasonable price IT education in our country. So naturally more IT professionals will be coming up. Now the third point, our Indians will hang our wonderful quality will adapt any new things very, very fast. Once we adapt, we can easily mold according to their situation. So according to international customers, our people, they can create and they will adapt with the computer education and they start creating new software. This is one more advantage for the computer software IT sector. Next point. So in India, what happening? IT sector professionals, they are improving day by day. They are improving high skills and intelligence. So what's happening is they are able to give comprehensive solution for the customer. That is the biggest plus point for India. One is English as well as intelligence and skills. Three things which is attracting a lot of customers from other countries also to take the IT enabled services from Indian subcontinent people. The fifth is the most important. You tell me, you ask your neighbors and friends and or otherwise the youngsters who are doing the job, which type of job you want to do. 90% of the people say IT job, IT job, IT job. So what's happening? This is also creating a lot of craze among the IT professionals, because now the people are thinking IT means better standard of living. That's all. And there is a lot of local demand also is coming for the creation of new software, like a local law firms, gas agencies, medical firms, medical shops, doctors, like supermarkets. There is a heavy increased demand of software. So this is also one advantage point for software industry. Now we have discussed about future prospects as well as advantages. Now let us see about disadvantages. Yes, my friends, that's also most important. As an investor, before investment, please remember, because you may be a beginner, before investing you have to see pros and cons, plus and minus, advantages and disadvantages of any script. Don't invest blindly. If you want to invest, before investment, have a knowledge, attend some training classes, take the coaching, have some coach with you, then start investing. So I want to help you like a coach. If you want, you can press the link below that so that you can have wonderful ideas how to invest in stock market. Now let's go into disadvantages part. One is, in this disadvantage is, whereas in industry setup cost will be there, here initial setup as well as high salaries, they will eat away profits from the IT companies. That is, first is the cost of the salary, because high setup as well as high cost. So this will come into a lot of expenditure for the companies. The second disadvantage is attrition. Have seen any software engineer working in any firm for 5 to 6 years? Suppose if you go to any Tata Motors, you can see a person working for almost 5 to 10 years minimum. And I have seen in L&T, some people started working for almost 15 years. Because earlier I was in Hindustan Construction Company. I observed some people worked in Hindustan Construction Company for almost 15 years. If you go in Reliance, some people are working for 15 to 20 years. Now can you find any one person working for years together in IT field? No, because there is a heavy competition between these IT firms. So that's also be making companies, there's a one loss point for the companies. Next, the third disadvantage is, this one industry is negatively impacted by strengthening of rupee. If rupee strengthens, IT field, the revenues will start coming down. Because in IT industry, the amount has been paid in the form of dollars. So if rupee strengthens, the profit margins will come down. Huge demand from other Asian components like China and Malaysia and some other countries, Vietnam and Philippines. Now they started focusing on the IT industry because their governments are thinking this IT industry is going to create a lot of jobs for them, so that it will solve the problem of unemployment. That's why other governments also started giving some incentives for IT industries. In future, this may be one negative point for IT industries. Now, what are the important indicators you have to observe? One is sequential profits. You have to, when you are analyzing the fundamental analysis or technical analysis, you have to see continuous profits are increasing or not. Second, number of new customers added. What type of new customers, number of new customers added, you have to check it out. Now let us see who are the key and important players in this IT sector. Most of the people you might be knowing. However, let's have some idea about the people who are playing key role. When it comes to key players, one is TCS, Tata Consultancy Service, one of the best IT sector, Wipro, Infosys, HCL Technologies, Tech Mahindra and Emphasis. My dear friends, hope you got some benefit out of this program. Keep watching our videos. In future we are going to create some more videos on about each sector as well as stock market investing, especially the new investors who want to make money from stock market. So keep watching our videos. We are going to create such a wonderful videos which will definitely be helpful. Please subscribe and share with your friends so that your comments will give more confidence for us, and we'll have more inspiration, we'll have more motivation to create more better quality videos for you. Thank you very much. Till we meet again, enjoy every bit of life. Have a nice day, and bye bye. Kailash is logging off. Thank you very much.